Good morning, friends. In this lecture, we are going to solve sum number 10 of bank reconciliation statement, which is given on page number 293. This is our sum. Prepare bank reconciliation statement of McWan for 2016 May 2016 from the following information. Friends, in information here they have given us cash book. What else? On the next page they have given us passbook. So with the help of this abstract of cash book and passbook, we have to make bank reconciliation statement. So step by step few things we will have to do here. The first thing we will have to do is that we have to see whether the passbook and cash book are given for the same period or not, that is same time period or not. So here we can see the cash book is given for the month of May and passbook is also given for the month of May. Okay, so before solving sum we have to verify this, that information should be given for the same period. Now how to solve this sum? Friends, we know both the parties are recording transaction in their books of account maintained by them. Both the party means the businessman and the bank. Businessman maintain bank column in the cash book, and whatever transactions are done with the bank are recorded in cash book by businessman, and banks are recording all the transactions which are done by that particular businessman in a book which is known as passbook, right? So cash book is maintained by businessman and passbook is maintained by bank, right? Means passbook the entries are done by bank. Now if a transaction take place with bank, businessman will be recording in the cash book and bank will be recording that in passbook. So friends, if any transaction which is recorded in both the books, cash book as well as passbook, right, then there will be no difference arise. But if any transaction which is recorded in one book and not in another book, say for example any transaction which is recorded in cash book but not in passbook, then there will be a difference. Okay, or else if there is any transaction which is recorded in passbook but not in cash book, then also there will be a difference between the balances of bank, right? So here by comparing both the books, cash book and passbook, we will have to find those transactions which are recorded in one book but not in other book. Okay, so let us start with that. But before that, first of all we will see the balance as per both the books. Here we will be seeing the balance which is the closing balance. Here we can see that closing balance as per cash book is 12,600 as on 31st of May. May 31st closing balance as per cash book is 12,600, and same as per passbook debit balance, but it is 9570. So there is a difference between the balance as per cash book and balance as per passbook. The balance as per passbook as on 31st March 2016 is 9570, but balance as per cash book is 12,600. So we need to make bank reconciliation statement here. Okay, first of all we will find we will mark the transaction which are recorded in one book but not in another book. So let us see. We will start with the receipt side or debit side of our cash book. Okay, so let us see. Friends, debit side of cash book, the first item is to balance brought down, that is opening balance rupees 6,000. Let us see whether it is given in passbook or not. So in passbook, yes, the opening balance 6,000 credit it is given. We very well know if cash book is showing debit balance, then bank book, that is passbook, will show the credit balance. So if cash book is showing debit balance, passbook will show credit balance. So here it is credit. Okay, debit side of our cash book we are going to compare with the credit side of our passbook. This we have to keep in mind. The second thing is date 9 Tapan's account 18,000. Tapan's amount is debited to in cash book, right, by the name of Tapan. So we will see whether Tapan's account is there at the credit of passbook or not. So here we can see on date 10 rupees 18,000 is there in passbook 2. Okay, so this is not a cause of difference. Let us see the next one. The next one is Vishwa rupees 4,500. Let us see whether this is there at the credit side of passbook. So in the credit column of passbook we do not find any such amount or any such name Vishwa with rupees 4,500. So friends, this is the one entry which is recorded in cash book but not in passbook. We will have to mark it, right? So this I have marked with rupees 4,500. Okay, why we have marked it? Because this amount or this entry is there in cash book but not in passbook. The next one is Shan rupees 300. The same thing is with Shan. Shan is given at the debit side of cash book but nothing is there like that in credit of passbook. So this is also a cause of difference between the balance of two books, right? So here I have marked two things, Vishwa and Shan. Okay friends, so these two items which are debited in cash book but not credited in passbook, we will be crediting these two in our BRS, that is bank reconciliation statement. Okay friends, so before that we have to start with the balance of one book. We can either start with the balance of cash book or balance of passbook. Let us take balance as per cash book, which is given 12,600. So let us start making our BRS. Here it is, sum number 10, bank reconciliation statement of McCone for May 2016. We start with bank balance as per cash book 12,600. And the first thing, we have marked two entries, rupees 4,500 and 300, which is at the debit side of cash book but not in the passbook. So we will be recording this. Checks deposited but not credited in bank. Checks deposited but not credited in bank. Vishwa and Shan 4,500 and 300. 4,800 we are crediting here in our BRS. Okay friends, so this was about the debit side. Now we will compare our credit side of cash book with the debit side of passbook. Friends, this is credit side of our cash book. The first item given is by rent, and it is written that this is our credit side of cash book, which we have to compare with the debit side of passbook. The first item is rent, check issued to Rama. Let us see whether this is there at the debit side of passbook or not? So yes, debit side of passbook Rama 3000 is there. So this is not a reason of difference. Let us take the next item. The next item is Ghanshyam rupees 1500. Let us see whether it is there. So friends, Ghanshyam is not there at the debit of passbook, right? So this will be a cause of difference, Ghanshyam. Now next is Prakash 2400. So Prakash is already there at the debit of passbook with rupees 2400. So this is not a reason of difference. Then next is by commission check issued to Chintan, right? How much it is? 300. Let us see whether Chintan's name is there at the debit of passbook. So when we go through the debit side of passbook, we do not find any such amount or any such name like Chintan. So this is also a reason of difference. Then by Rajani rupees 6000. Again this we will see in debit side of passbook, where we do not find any such name like Rajni or any such amount of rupees 6000 at the debit side. Okay, so this is also a reason of difference. And then Haresh rupees 3000. Let us see, Haresh is there at the debit of passbook. Yes, Haresh is there at the debit side of passbook, rupees 3000. So, and the last is bank balance. So this is the balance. This is not similar, that is why we are making VRS. So this we don't compare here now. So we have gone through entire credit side of cashbook and we have compared that side with the debit side of passbook, and we could found that there are three entries: 1500 for Ghanshyam, 300 of Chintan and 6000 of Rajni. These three amounts are credited in cashbook but not there at the debit of passbook. That means these three amounts are not debited in passbook, so we will be debiting this in our BRS. Okay, now what could be these amounts are of checks issued but not presented for payment. So let us see the second point of our BRS here: checks issued but not presented for payment. Ghanshyam 1500, Chintan 300, Rajni 6000 and total 7800 at the debit column. Next, now friends, we have already compared our debit side of cashbook with credit side of passbook, and then we compared credit side of cashbook with debit side of passbook. Now we will move ahead and we will be comparing our debit side of passbook with the credit side of cashbook. Debit side of passbook with credit side of cashbook. So debit side of passbook, the first thing is rupees 3000, that is for Rama. Let us see whether Rama is there. Yes, it was there, we have already seen that, but again we will confirm it. Rama, yes, Rama is there at the credit of cashbook, rupees 3000. Next item, Prakash rupees 2400. Well, let us see, Prakash is there. So yes, it was there, Prakash rupees 2400 at the credit of cashbook. Next item of debit side of cashbook passbook is bank charges rupees 30. Let us see whether 30 rupees of bank charges are there at the credit side of cashbook. No, there is nothing like bank charges or rupees 30 in cashbook credit side. So this will be a reason of difference. We will be marking it. So I have marked it, rupees 30 rupees. The next item is Haresh rupees 3000. So let us see whether Haresh is there. Yes, Haresh was there at the credit side of cash book. So it is not a reason of difference. And then Jaya account rupees 15,000. Let us see Jaya is there or not. No, Jaya is also not there at the credit side of our cash book. So friends, and next item is bank balance, that is closing balance. As we have discussed, this is not similar, that is why only we are making our BRS. So when we compare our debit side of passbook with the credit side of cash book, we could found two amounts which are there at the debit of passbook but not at the credit of cash book. One amount is of bank charges and another amount is of rupees 15,000. So these two amounts, as they are debited in passbook and not credited in cash book, we will be crediting them in our bank reconciliation statement. So here it is. Third point, bank charges unrecorded in cash book, we write at the credit side of our BRS, 30 rupees. And then check issued and paid by bank but left unrecorded in cash book, rupees 1500. See friend, the name of person is given at the payment side of, and that is at the debit side of passbook but not in credit of cash book. That must be the payment is made from bank and not recorded in cash book. And when the payment is done through bank, normally when checks are issued in favor of that person. So this is what check issued and paid but not recorded or but left unrecorded in cash book. Okay, next item. So friends, debit side of cash book is compared with credit side of passbook, and credit side of cash book is compared with debit side of passbook. Then debit side of passbook is compared with credit side of cash book. Now we will be comparing credit side of passbook with debit side of cash book. Okay, so let us see one by one. The first item at the credit side of passbook is rupees 6,000, which is the opening balance, and this amount we have already seen. It is the opening balance and which is same in both the books. Here it is. Okay, let us see the next one friends. The next one is 18,000 for Tapan. So let us see whether Tapan is there. Yes, Tapan was there. We have already seen that Tapan is there. So it is not a reason of difference. The next item, one only, that is Kunjal, rupees 9,000. Kunjal's name is credited in passbook, means passbook is credited by the name of Kunjal, rupees 9,000, but this is not there at the debit of cash book. So we will be marking this Kunjal here. Then there is no other items, so our credit side of passbook is also over, and we could found only one item which is there at the credit side of passbook but not at the debit side of cash book. So we will be debiting this in our BRS. Now friends, as the amount is credited by bank in passbook, that means this is the amount deposited by that customer Kunjal. So this is called directly deposited by customer, which is not recorded in cash book, or you may call it the check received and deposited in bank but left unrecorded in cash book. Both the way the statement will be justified. Let us see in the BRS. The fifth item in BRS, amount directly deposited by Kunjal which is not recorded in cash book. You may also write, instead of this you may write that the check received which is deposited in bank but not recorded in cash book or left unrecorded in cash book, rupees 9,000 at the debit side. So friends, after doing this much, our solution is ready. We can now make total and find the difference. When I make the total, there are debit side there are 3 items, 12,600, 7,800 and 900, and the total comes 29,400, right? And credit side there are 3 items, 4,800, then 30 and 1,500, 3 items, and the total of 3 is, friends, this fourth transaction amount was rupees 15,000, not 1,500. Earlier I have written it rupees 1,500, it is 15,000. Okay, so 3 items, 4,800 rupees, 30 and 15,000, and total of 3 items is 19,830. So total of debit side 29,400 and total of credit side is 19,830. So difference we will find, and when I deduct 19,830 from 29,400, I get 9,570. Okay friends, so this will be the difference at the credit side of our BRS. So credit side of our BRS rupees 9,570, and as we have started with cash book, this will be known as the balance as per passbook. Now credit balance as per passbook, we know it is known as bank balance. So bank balance as per passbook 9,570. Now friends, the good thing about this sum is that you can verify your answer from book itself, right? You have started with cash book and you have got the balance of passbook 9,570. From the sum itself you can find out that whether your answer is correct or not. So here as we can see, as per passbook the balance is 9,570, and that balance is a credit balance. Which balance it is? Credit balance. Balance is given at the debit side, that means it is a credit balance. Okay friends, so here our sum number 10 gets over. This is how we have to solve the sum when cash book and passbook both are given to us, abstract of both are given to us. And next lecture we will be doing next sum. Thank you.